Hi, Professor. This is Carla Nogales. This is my PowerPoint presentation on mathematics instruction comparison for EDUU 607 Seminar in Comparative Education. In this PowerPoint, I'm going to be comparing the countries of China, Mexico, and the United States. I will be talking about mathematical instruction in China and Mexico and how it compares to mathematical instruction in the United States. I will be talking about the educational system in each country, including their compulsory laws, their educational financial support, the governance of education in each of the countries, and the curriculum and assessment methods in each of the countries. My thesis statement is as follows: an analysis of mathematical instruction in China and Mexico and how it compares to mathematical instruction in the United States. We will begin talking about China. The population in China is 1.42 billion people and is the largest country in the world. Their population density is approximately 375 people per square mile. There are several cities in China that are the densest in the world. China is considered to be an upper middle income country, and they have approximately 56 different ethnic groups there, including the Han Chinese, which make up 91.51% of the Chinese population. The Chinese education system is divided into 3 years of kindergarten, 6 years of primary school from the ages, that begin at the age of 7, then 3 to 6 years of secondary school from the ages of 12 to 17, and then students move on to higher education. Students attend class 5 days per week, and their focus is Chinese and math, and they also call that the Big Two. To expand on the education system, the curriculum is approved by the Ministry of Education. Schools are able to choose their materials from an approved list that is made by the Ministry of Education. They give exams very often. There are graduation exams at the end of each level, which would be the primary, secondary, and the high school levels. And then also they give entrance exams when they begin another level of education. They have a compulsory law, which is primary to 9th grade. The funding for education in China comes from local governments. Although sometimes they do receive funds from private enterprises in the form of donations or through school fees without actually being considered private schools. Now we're going to go into Mexico. The population in Mexico is 132.33 million people, and it's growing extremely fast. They are currently considered the 12th largest world in the country. Their population density is about 57 people per square kilometer. They are also considered upper middle class income. And they do have one of the largest economies in the world. The education system in Mexico is set up as follows. They have primary school, which is 1st through 6th grade. Then middle school is 7th through 9th grade. Secondary school is 10th through 12th grade. Then students can move on to higher education, although a lot of students are unable to pursue higher education due to lack of money or helping with family businesses. Students attend school 5 days per week, only 4 hours a day, however. The main focus there is Spanish and math. The curriculum is monitored by the federal government. Teachers are required to give examinations covering the national curriculum 5 times a year during each grade level, but they also have to give examinations at the end of each school year, and that is actually a national exam. Funding comes from the Mexican government. They do provide fees as well as free textbooks to students in the primary schools. However, students are responsible for paying for their own uniforms and school supplies and transportation. Compulsory law there is up to 9th grade. Moving on to the United States, the population in the United States is 328.6 million. We are the third largest country in the world. We also are middle upper class income, and we do have the largest economy in the world. The education system is set up for primary school, kindergarten through 5th, sometimes 6th grade. Then middle school would be either 6th or 7th grade and 8th grade. Secondary school would be 9th grade through 12th grade, and then higher education. Students attend school 5 days a week, 7 hours a day. The focus mainly in the United States is English language arts and math. Okay, the United States education system is under the governance of the U.S. Department of Education. However, funding, only 8% of it comes from the U.S. Department of Education, and the rest comes from state and local entities. Curriculum, basically, the school districts are responsible for the curriculum, so it is not the same across any particular county, state, or even the nation. Exams are ongoing. They are informal and formal assessments. There are no entrance exams as you begin another grade level or you exit a grade level. They are just ongoing assessments. Compulsory laws are from the 1st through 9th grade. So in China, the Cultural Revolution that occurred between 1966 and 1976 damaged education in China so badly that a new reform policy came into play from 1977 to 1991. And then in 1978, China's leader engaged China to learn from the West, which opened up reform of social modernization. Because of that, the economy did develop substantially. The education system in Mexico had a harsh impact on the country's economy and social system, but religion and a variety of ethnic and divisions within the country played a big part as well. The Revolution and World War II resulted in a new constitution. After World War II, Mexico welcomed illegal migrant workers to boost the economy, and the Mexican industry grew significantly. In the United States, the Department of Education was established in 1867, and its purpose then, and it continues to be, was to obtain information regarding what works in education. Throughout the decades, the Department of Education had a variety of names and has had several responsibilities. In the 1950s, the GI Bill authorized post-secondary education help for World War II veterans. The National Defense Education Act was passed in 1958, and that helps support college students who studied either science, math, or a foreign language um, for teaching purposes for an elementary or secondary school. Also, the Title I program came into effect in 1965, which helped low income and disadvantaged children by providing federal aid. Oh no, not sure why the juxtaposition slide isn't showing. Let me see if I can pull it up really quickly. Let's see, I was trying to see if I was able to access my actual PowerPoint and just show it without actually being in the slideshow mode, but I can't even access that. So I do apologize for that. I will see if I can at least get you a screenshot of that slide and attach it when I submit my presentation. I'm so sorry, Professor. Okay, I guess I will just move on to the comparison part. So some similarities between China, Mexico, and the United States is that they value education. They all feel that it's of high importance, although they are all at different levels as far as obtaining good educations and the curriculum and the instructional strategies and all of that. The differences are that the mindset of China is that learning math is a result of student effort and persistence. Mexico's mindset is constant memorization for students, and the US, the teachers and parents in the United States feel that math competency is attributed to ability. Also, the curriculum in China is consistent, it's focused, it's integrated. They have a very good curriculum. Mexico's curriculum, on the other hand, is extremely outdated. They don't have the resources that they need to be able to teach students effectively. The United States, they are also inconsistent, even at district levels. However, it appears that they are working on collaborating and doing more research as it pertains to the curriculum to better meet the needs of the students. So in conclusion, each of the countries can learn something from the other. I believe that China and Mexico, they are in need of making personal connections with their students. Us here in the United States, we have really been doing that recently with social emotional learning, with restorative practices, that kind of stuff. I think we feel that we've learned that making those connections with students will help them learn from us. They'll want to learn from us and they'll buy in to their education. Also, the technological needs across the board need to be met so that we can meet the needs of 21st century learners. And also, as far as the United States is concerned, I think that language is a big issue. Some of the research that I did, it was talking about how the mathematical language in China is so simple, and it takes one syllable to say a certain number, whereas here in the United States, there's no rhyme or reason for it, and it takes a lot longer to even say a number, which also can be a little detrimental to mathematical achievement. So with that, here I have listed all of my references here, Professor. Again, I apologize for that one slide, the juxtaposition that I was not able to get. Again, I will try to at least take a screenshot of it and attach it to the file that I'm going to upload for this PowerPoint. I just want to let you know I have enjoyed this class a lot. I have learned a lot. It was very interesting to find out how